How's it going? Henry here. In this video, we're going to do another update on my weekly earnings through podcasting. If you've been following along, I have a goal of $10,000 a month through podcasting. And there's going to be a few different income streams to hit that, but this is the update. So every Friday is when I pay myself out. So it goes Friday to Friday. That's kind of the week balance that I do. It doesn't really matter what day, I guess. That's just the day I picked that I wanted to pay myself out on because it aligned with my work, and so it just made sense with that. So here's my total earnings through Anchor. I just figured I'd start with that page. This is everything I made through Anchor.fm. But for my weekly income, we have two different ways that I made money. I have Anchor, which I have $393.22, which is on its way to pay me out. But I also have an additional sponsorship through AdvertiseCast. So this is the final one that I have to AdvertiseCast for this current campaign, and it pays an additional $60. You can see that here. And so I have those two together combined make $453.22 for my weekly income through podcasting. So if you are thinking about starting your podcast, now is the time. I am currently using Anchor. If you just have one podcast, that's probably the best way to get started. If you just want to have an easy way to upload something and potential to monetize, similar to how YouTube will monetize your videos. If you're looking for something different, you can actually check out Buzzsprout. I'll put a link in the description. My other podcast I'm going to be doing on Buzzsprout. So that's going to be the Positive Mindset Meditations and then the Abundance Talks. Those podcasts are going to be on that platform. And the reason is Anchor, for some reason with Stripe, the payment processor, will not allow me to create another payment account. So the other podcasts that I created on there would not be able to be monetized. And so through my research, Buzzsprout seemed like the best fit because it's very easy to get affiliates through it and it just kind of integrates really nicely. Plus you can get external sponsors through their system. And I'll do more videos on that. There's no income so far. I'm just in the process of transitioning all that over because it was initially on Anchor. So you'll be able to see both of those. But one thing that's really exciting about next week, I did get a new sponsor that's paying a little bit more. So this additional sponsor I had right here paid $60. It only aired on one episode. So I have 3 episodes a week that were playing last week. And so it only aired on one. It's a one-time fee versus Anchor pays per view, so it can make money over time. But the new one I got is actually going to be a little bit more. It is going to be $105. If you saw my last video, this is the one that has a total payout of $2,625. It is over 25 ads, so they bought for quite a while, but it's still not going to air every single episode. So you won't hear it every single time. And so that opens up the opportunity for 2 more sponsorships a week. If I can fill those spots, then I can really maximize the income from this podcast besides any affiliate marketing or products that I might come up with. So if you are thinking about it, remember, now is the time. There's no better time to start. If you go to my podcast, the Positive Mindset Podcast, and go to the very first episodes, which were years ago, I was recording them in my car. So I would just use the app, the Anchor app, and I would record it right into the app. That's how I started. I started taking it more seriously back in August of 2020. Ended up getting laid off from my job, and I needed something to put some energy in. And so that's really when it became the Positive Mindset Podcast. It wasn't called that before, and it was really just sporadic uploads about being positive. It was something I was always interested in. So it started in 2020. From there, from August 2020 to now, I'm over 1.2 million downloads, almost at 1.3 million downloads. It's growing really fast. And just for you to know, so I made the almost $400 last week. If we go over to my analytics on Anchor, you can see the growth here on this chart. So you can see that last week, we can scroll up a little bit. Last week I had 32,161 plays. So it's gone down a little bit over the past couple weeks. I had 32.3 and 32.7. That 32.7, I actually released 5 episodes that week. I did 2 additional meditations and put them on there, so I think that might have helped. I just did 3 the week before and got just 400 listens less. It wasn't much of a difference, and I only did 3 last week, and so it was about 200 less there. So it's gone down a little bit, but you can see that the podcast does that. It goes up and down. It hits these areas where it stays down the same, then I'll go up and then down, then up and down. So it's always, changing. It's just about consistency that makes it possible. So that's the weekly update, $450. That is For some people, that's probably not the biggest amount of money. For me, that's a ton because you could use that for so many things, especially when you're doing that weekly. That puts you over $2,000 a month very comfortably. And if you need money for daycare, if you need money to invest in a house, like whatever external money you're not getting from your job, this is a great way to get it. And if you love it and it's something that you're passionate about, you're going to enjoy it. It's a hobby that you're able to monetize, provide value to people, provide entertainment, to people. And it could end up being something you do full time if that's what you want to do, or it can just be a vehicle that allows you to live more comfortably and still do the job that you love. And so I want you to have that freedom. I want to have that freedom. I have some big goals of things that I want to do, and they are going to take money. And so this is my way to get there. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe and hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next one.